If you want to live a life that feels truly meaningful, one that's not just about surviving the day-to-day, but about experiencing depth, wisdom, and fulfillment, then you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving into 50 profound philosophical lessons that can shape the way you see the world, how you treat others, and how you make sense of your own journey. These aren't just abstract ideas. They are guiding principles, distilled from centuries of thought and human experience that can help you build a meaningful life. So let's jump straight into them. Lesson 1. Know yourself. Self-awareness is the foundation of wisdom. Without truly understanding your strengths, weaknesses, values, and blind spots, you're just moving through life on autopilot. The philosophers of old emphasized that clarity about who you are gives direction to everything you do. Lesson 2. The unexamined life is not worth living. As Socrates said, reflection forces you to pause, question your habits, and realign your choices. When you live without examination, you risk drifting into a life shaped by other people's expectations rather than your own convictions. Lesson 3. Suffering is inevitable, but how you respond is optional. Stoic thinkers remind us that pain is part of the human condition, but our perspective determines its impact. You may not control the storm, but you do control how you sail through it. Lesson 4. Happiness is not found in possessions, but in purpose. You can accumulate wealth, fame, or status, but without purpose, they feel empty. Meaning is rooted in doing what matters, not in owning what dazzles. Lesson 5. Time is our most valuable resource. Use it well. Once it's gone, you can't buy it back. Every wasted day is a piece of your life surrendered. Spend it on what enriches your soul, not just what fills your schedule. Lesson 6. Change is the only constant. Embrace impermanence. Trying to cling to permanence is like trying to hold water in your hands. When you embrace change, you stop fighting reality and start flowing with it. Lesson 7. Freedom is not doing what you want, but mastering your desires. True freedom isn't about indulgence, it's about discipline. A person enslaved by their impulses is never truly free. Lesson 8. Gratitude transforms what you have into enough. Without gratitude, even abundance feels empty. With it, even little can feel like plenty. Lesson 9. Mortality gives life urgency and meaning. Knowing life is finite pushes us to prioritize, to love harder, to live more intentionally. Death, far from being an enemy, reminds us to live fully. Lesson 10. Love is the highest form of knowledge. To love is to see deeply into the essence of another. Love teaches lessons logic can't. Lesson 11. Silence is often wiser than speech. Words can wound, distort, or distract, but silence often brings clarity, both to you and those around you. Lesson 12. Desire is endless. True peace comes from contentment. If you chase every craving, you'll never stop running. Peace comes when you learn to be satisfied with enough. Lesson 13. Humility is strength disguised as gentleness. The arrogant appear strong, but crumble under scrutiny. The humble endure, grounded in wisdom rather than ego. Lesson 14. Justice begins with treating others as equals. True justice isn't about laws. It's about recognizing dignity in every human being. Lesson 15. Wisdom is knowing the limits of your knowledge. The more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know. Admitting this is the beginning of true wisdom. Lesson 16. Forgiveness frees both the forgiver and the forgiven. Holding on to bitterness chains you to the past. Forgiveness is liberation, even if the other person never changes. Lesson 17. Wealth is measured by how little you need, not how much you own. The simpler your needs, the richer your life. Lesson 18. To live well is to align with virtue, not pleasure. Pleasure fades quickly, but a virtuous life leaves lasting peace. Lesson 19. Every choice carries responsibility and consequence.
You may choose freely, but you cannot escape the ripple effects of your decisions. Lesson 20. The mind creates as much suffering as the world does. Often the battles we fight within are harsher than the battles outside. Mastering your thoughts is as important as mastering your circumstances. Lesson 21. The present moment is all we truly have. Yesterday is memory. Tomorrow is imagination. Life happens now. Don't miss it by living elsewhere. Lesson 22. Pain often teaches more than pleasure ever could. Pleasure soothes, but pain sharpens. Growth rarely comes without discomfort. Lesson 23. Pursue truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Lies may feel safer, but truth builds the only foundation strong enough to hold a meaningful life.
Lesson 24. Comparison steals joy. Authenticity brings peace. The more you measure yourself against others, the more you lose yourself. Joy comes from living your own path. Lesson 25. Kindness is never wasted, even when unnoticed. A small act of kindness may seem insignificant, but it ripples in ways you may never see. Lesson 26. You can't step in the same river twice. Life flows forward, always changing. Trying to hold on to the past robs you of the present. Lesson 27. Hope is essential, but blind optimism can be dangerous. Hope gives strength, but it must be grounded in reality, not fantasy. Lesson 28. A good life is a life lived for others. Service is not weakness. It is the essence of meaning. Lesson 39. Knowledge without action is incomplete. Information matters little if it never becomes transformation. Lesson 30. You are both insignificant in the cosmos and infinitely valuable in existence. This paradox humbles you and empowers you at the same time. Lesson 31. Ethics matter more than success. Success without integrity is failure disguised as achievement. Lesson 32. Solitude cultivates inner strength. Without time alone, it's hard to truly know yourself or to grow. Lesson 33. Fear shrinks life. Courage expands it. The boundaries of your life often match the boundaries of your courage. Lesson 34. Love of wisdom, philosophy, is love of truth. To love wisdom is to seek clarity in every part of life, not just theory. Lesson 35. Power without virtue corrupts. Authority without ethics becomes tyranny. Lesson 36. Beauty awakens the soul to higher truths. Whether in art, music, or nature, beauty stirs something beyond logic. It points us to transcendence. Lesson 37. Detach from what you cannot control. Much suffering comes from clinging to outcomes beyond your power. Release them and reclaim your peace. Lesson 38. Anger enslaves more than it frees. It may feel powerful, but it changes your mind and blinds your judgment.
Lesson 39. True leadership is service, not dominance. Great leaders lift others up, not push them down. Lesson 40. Life has no inherent meaning. We give it meaning. Meaning is not handed to us, it's created through how we live. Lesson 41. Tradition should guide, not imprison. The wisdom of the past is a compass, not a cage. Lesson 42. Simplicity leads to clarity. Complexity often hides confusion. Simplicity brings focus. Lesson 43. Every ending is the seed of a new beginning. Loss and closure make way for renewal. Lesson 44. You are shaped by your habits more than your intentions. Daily patterns form the architecture of your life. Lesson 45. Listening is more powerful than speaking. When you listen, you honor others and learn truths you'd miss by talking. Lesson 46. Mortals seek eternity, but eternity is found in moments. Meaning hides in the present, not in far-off dreams of forever. Lesson 47. To know goodness, you must confront evil. Without contrast, virtues lose their weight. Darkness gives light its brilliance. Lesson 48. A meaningful life balances reason and emotion. Logic without compassion is cold. Feeling without thought is reckless. Balance makes wholeness. Lesson 49. Existence precedes essence. Your choices define who you are. You are not a fixed identity, but a becoming. And finally, Lesson 50. Live as if you were to die tomorrow, but learn as if you were to live forever. This paradox urges us to hold urgency and patience together, to cherish the day while still investing in growth for the long journey ahead. So there you have it, 50 profound lessons that can help shape a meaningful life. You don't need to memorize them all or apply them perfectly, but let them whisper in the background of your decisions, your relationships, and your reflections. Life is short, unpredictable, and full of challenges, but it is also beautiful, rich, and worth living deeply. Philosophy doesn't just belong in books, it belongs in how you choose to live every single day.